Hey, hey, hey.
How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. What a week. This
Right?
is actually relaxation.
It's been a long one, that's for sure.
True crime.
Uh, oh,
Say hi to your husband.
he heard you and said to tell you hi.
Hi.
He says hello. He didn't realize I went live already.
No, that's okay.
Um,
Your husband.
that's right. Hold on one second.
So let's see.
Okay. Yeah, I know. All right. What we got going on here? We have Pete. Hi, Pete and Cindy and John. How are you guys doing?
Hi, everybody.
Mm,
Good to see you guys.
um, yeah.
John
So,
Wright is here. Good to see you. Peter, is he Peter?
mm-hmm,
Yeah, Peter Nice is here. Hey.
yep. The regulars. The regulars.
Cindy, good to see you, ma'am.
Let's see.
So Claire is not here to check the.
No,
She's
she
neglecting the live chat.
her internet has not reset
Oh,
yet.
damn. Yeah.
It goes, from
Well,
the
that
day to
happens when you move.
yeah.
Shit like that.
I think she said the 7th, and she didn't realize it was going to be the 7th. So that's a couple more days. So it hasn't reset yet.
Hi, Fire. Good to see you.
So, fire. Okay, tonight's going to be a little different.
And rightfully so.
Yes. First
To
off, let
round
me
that up, that
yeah.
would take a lot
Going to
out of
put this up there. This video contains content that some may find disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised. You've been
Yes.
warned, people. Been warned. Um, yeah, tonight's going to be a little different. Normally on Fridays, I have, 6 pages of notes and I'm, reading it off and blah, blah, blah. And then we stop and talk about it. This time I have taken no notes. 0. But
I have taken one note that I will relate, like
yeah.
without jumping ahead at the end.
hmm But I do have a video. And I don't normally like playing the videos because I don't want to get, copyright and blah, blah, blah. But I'll make sure that I credit the source in the description after the show. And
Yes.
we will be stopping periodically to,
He did
give
a good job.
commentary and stuff
Yes.
like that.
He
So we're
did a
going
good job.
to let the professionals actually tell this complete story so that there is no jumping ahead, bouncing around, stuff like that. We're going to, it's a very disturbing case,
Yes.
and I'm kind of torn as to how I feel about it, but leaning more one way than the other. But
Well, let's see what happens.
yeah,
Mark Evans. Hi.
we'll play the video, and then
You
it
know,
is
that
serious.
guy who did that narration or like that video you're looking at, he did a good job. I have to
Mike.
admit. Yes.
Yeah, no, we're not playing his video. We're playing one from 2020. But yeah,
Oh,
Mike always does good job on his videos.
okay.
Yeah, we're gonna play a 2020.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Yeah, ABC 2020. And I will, like I said, make sure that it is credited in the description. So I'm gonna make this full screen. Okay. Well, I guess I
Nice.
should give you a little bit of background. This is Darlie Routier. She is serving on death row for the murder of her 2 sons.
26 years now. Yep.
Yeah, she's been on there for 26 years. She only got convicted of one of the murders because it was eligible for capital murder. The other one, I don't even think they charged her with.
Yeah, the second. Yeah.
Yeah, but they both were killed at the same time and circumstances and shit. So let's get on with this. Okay, I'm just checking the chat. All right, Boomer here. I forgot what I was doing. Here we go. We're gonna start. Oh, this always happened last time I played this too. I got to read. Look at that. Bloody. Damn it, we're out again. Ah. Why didn't you tell me, Ing?
Me?
The stream's unavailable again.
Yeah, well, next time we have to. I put it together, like I screenshot the video, so it will be moving, but we move closer in and only take certain parts that you want to show. We can do that. ABC will always be on top of you on that shit, and NBC every.
Yeah.
You know, the TV stations, they are dying out with Netflix and Prime and Disney Plus. They're desperate.
Yeah. Just hopefully it comes back soon.
They shut you down again.
It'll come back.
No. Stream unavailable.
Yeah, it'll come back just like all the other.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, but you won't play.
No, I'm not going to play it. No.
Okay.
No. I'm just going to have to link all these videos down in the description so that everybody can go and read them for themselves. Yeah, we're just going to have to not play anymore and even when are we back here? Yeah, we're back. Okay. Let's see. Thanks, Suan. I wanted to point out on that video where Darren was talking about the screen in the window and how they were saying how the dust wasn't disturbed and there was mulch outside the window. Darren proved in that video that you can step from the outside of the window, which was concrete, not mulch. Mulch was at least 6 feet away. And you can step completely into the window without touching the windowsill.
I want him to show it to me. I believe it. You would see how careful he is not to disturb anything. Not the guy that butchered 3 people with blood all over him.
The way the window was set, I think you would, because you just step right through it like you're stepping on a step. You don't have to use the window for leverage. Even when you're not thinking and you're trying to get away from a crime, you step right through it.
Blood drenched, not leaving a speck of blood.
Fucking Christ.
No. Was there blood all over the place or not?
Yes, there was.
Up to the window, but not going through and going out. They couldn't follow it.
Okay, I need to bring someone else up here. I
Bring someone up?
I can't do this.
Can I point something out to you?
What?
There were life insurances on all the people in the house. 800,000 on the father.
And then why isn't the father dead?
Hang on. 10,000 on each of the children. He was brought in by the police after his wife was already done. I had to admit that he tried to have an insurance fraud right before that for $22,000.
And
I believe he did that to get that money.
he was upstairs. He wasn't even there.
No, he wasn't there even after the police was there in the ambulance.
Yes,
No
he
one saw
was.
him. No one saw him.
You need to go and watch the videos that I'm going to put in the description.
Yeah, please
and
do.
You're going to change your mind because you're not saying, the only thing you're telling me is what Mike from that chapter has said. You're not looking at the other things. There's so many videos out there. Shamrock, are you still here? You wanted to come up.
Listen to me. Since 1996, they tried to appeal. If the police department there is corrupt and wanted this to go away really quick, don't you think, with all the lawyers out there, and you know what? I actually checked what the woman that, what's her name, Darlie, she is worth a minimum of $1 million up to $5 million today, and
Good
so
for
is
her.
her husband. They have
Good.
all the money being criminals.
It's not
They
unusual
made
to
that
have life
after the
insurance
fact. They
policies.
made that after the fact. So I think if there's a lawyer out there who would say, listen, I can throw this all away, throw it all out. If this is all wrong, the police, the ambulance driver, when you look at the evidence, he did it. And I think he was part of it.
You done?
Yeah.
Good. That's your opinion.
Yeah, who
In all the
did it?
videos that I watched, there was an intruder. There was a man in the house. In all the videos that I've watched, all the research that I've done all week long on this case, there were so many inconsistencies in what law enforcement did and didn't do. The biggest mistake Darlie made was taking the stand. She should have never done that.
Well, listen,
there was
always say that.
also reports.
Don't take the stand when you're guilty. Go ahead.
Well, gee, thank you for giving me permission to go ahead. And I forgot what I was going to say now.
My fault. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay, the neighbors were talking about a black car that was seen in the neighborhood that was scoping out their house, which could have very well been an inside job from Darren trying to get things stolen and whatever to get the insurance money. That I'm not going to dispute. However, the police never followed up on that. There was nothing in the case files indicating that they actually took that.
But if I may, Chrissy, so they
I wasn't
go
done,
in.
but
Okay, go ahead.
that they never took that serious, that they never followed up on it. They just wanted to get it over with because they say, we're not going to go through another Susan Smith case. We're going to find this woman guilty. Now, before I bring you up, Poon, I'm going to warn you, there's going to be no arguing. Everyone has opinions. But we're going to bring you up.
I'm not here to argue. I'm only here to state fact. And the fact of the matter is that the state's case is completely false. 100%. It's been proven. It's been proven time and time again by other investigators that the glass evidence is all false. The stab evidence, the blood evidence is all false. It's all made up. They didn't have the correct knowledge or people doing the investigation. The forensic investigator had never investigated anything like this before in his career. This was the first that he'd ever done.
Yeah,
He completely botched it all from the get-go. He even contaminated his own crime scene.
Yeah.
May I react?
Yes, good.
So there's a black car out there scoping the neighborhood to go in, step two children.
Well,
I'm not done. Hey, I didn't interrupt you. You
Okay, go ahead.
King Poon, I love you. No, but listen, so all they wanted to do is step the two children, beat up the arms of their mother.
I don't
and
think
she is right-handed, step her left shoulder. And then they run out. Did you see the house, Poon? You know how hard it is to
I've seen.
get
Yes,
out?
I've studied this for what 10 years.
The first kid that gets stabbed in his chest, screaming out, "I'm the first on the floor. He's not getting out. Where's the father?"
With all due respect, man, this is such a chaotic scene and there's chaos ensuing everywhere. No one knows how they're going to react in a case like this.
Not outside, only in the house. Not even, they had that's why I said, when you look at the footage in the last 3 minutes, they didn't even open the back gate, which was 6 feet tall. How did he get out? How does
there was a lot of mishandling.
Two of my children, my wife screams out. At that point, I'm already up.
That's you though. That's not everyone else. It's like saying, you know what you'll do in a war. When you're thrust as a soldier into a war, it's like saying you're doing your job.
Because I'm trained for it.
But that doesn't mean every soldier does his job, though. You know that.
No.
Hi,
Nobody knows how they're going to react in a chaotic scene like this. I mean, it's total chaos. You can't speculate anything. You can't assume what you're going to do.
Husband in the chaos.
You might freeze. I mean, you might be frozen.
He wasn't even there when the 911 call.
The guy's a nerd.
My husband is here. He tries to revive my son. He wasn't in the picture. You know how loud I would be?
Though.
I would call 911, not my wife. Where was the father?
You're speculating that he wasn't there. You don't know that, hey, Merrick?
He was there. He was upstairs. He slept.
Proven fact. There is no possible way he had enough time to leave that house, plant that sock, and make it back. Impossible. Proven fact.
No, she couldn't because she was on the phone. He wasn't in there.
He could not. Proven fact.
She could not. That's why I say they were both in it.
She's on the phone the entire time till the first responders get there.
So he can run. And
she's never out of sight.
Why would someone who stabs two children and just injures a woman run out?
See, here's my theory.
The sock 6 blocks away.
Here's my theory. Now, here's my theory on it all.
It's not even.
I think Darren is completely involved. I think that he hired people to vandalize the house, steal things. And I think that it went completely wrong.
Amen.
Now, as far as Darlene is concerned, she may know about it. And this probably the saddest part about all this is that she's kept her mouth shut, if she does. The second part is that she should have been granted a mistrial from the jump.
But wouldn't she have rolled on him?
I would assume so, but if she hasn't, that's
worse. He married someone else. He's worth
it's just too coincidental for me
because of it.
Well, it's too coincidental for me. For a couple of weeks prior to this, him and his father-in-law are implicated in another insurance fraud.
For how much?
It's too coincidental.
For how much?
I don't remember how much it was, but it was a significant amount. He was losing too much money. His business was going under.
$20,000 because his kids died.
Yeah, but that's it. $20,000 is nowhere near what he needed to get out of debt.
Not the point. It's a start. He probably didn't even want his children anyway. Did you see him even at the silly string part? He said one thing, she cut him off. That man, I think he's more guilty than she is.
I'm 100% certain that he's involved. But the bad part is they hired a lawyer that was not only one of the best in Texas, one of the best in the nation as a trial lawyer. Mm-hmm. Problem was he was dying himself. He was old. He didn't. What did he live, like 2 months or something, 2 years, something like that after this case? I don't remember what it was. It wasn't very long. But he completely blew the defense. She should have been granted a mistrial on how bad the defense was. Period.
Can we pause for a second and let Shamrock say something? She's been up here and hasn't been able to talk.
Oh, it's
I
all right.
can-
I don't care. I'm listening.
Okay. Just jump
No,
in if
but
you have
now,
something to say.
tell us what you think, please.
The point is,
I think. I mean, this is like a case that I like. It's always bothered me because I'm still not 100% sure if she did it or not, but I leaned towards her doing it, and I think that her husband helped her.
Yes.
So I think
was
that's how
both
the
of them.
sock got
Yeah.
so far away, all of that. So, but she didn't get a fair trial, that's for sure.
That I don't debate. Absolutely.
And they didn't handle evidence right. The blood, I mean, it was just sloppy.
But they tried to retrial many times. And there was a
Mhm.
doctor even who gave a timeline and said how the police lays it out, it's not possible. And it is not possible if he is not involved. He should
Exactly,
be
I
next to her on death row.
Yeah, I think they did it together. I agree. I agree.
The blood expert in this case was so incompetent in his testimony, it's unreal. Why that wasn't thrown out of the trial, I have no idea. I mean, it's blatantly stupid. When he does
Yeah.
the motions with the knife, it's utterly retarded. This whole case is just, the worst part about it all too is the fact that the prosecutor, who became a very powerful man in the state of Texas after this case,
Yes.
mind you,
Yes.
had his personal secretary, destroy evidence illegally. She's already admitted to this.
I
And,
don't.
she was convicted on character assassination 100%. This is a farce in this country. This is like, I hate to say this, but Scott Peterson should have never been convicted either. Another case of someone being convicted on pure character assassination.
Yeah.
Well, character evidence is important.
It's not real evidence though. It's like pseudoscience.
I mean, you don't think it's logical that, you want to, the person's
I think for someone to be
personality and how they
convicted on
act
death
has no
row,
bearing.
I think for someone to be on death row, you need solid 100% real.
I agree with that.
I agree with that.
I agree with that, too.
100%. Yeah. I actually would love for her to have a retrial based on everything that was nothing of it.
She'll never get a retrial. Not in the state of Texas. She'll never get one.
Yeah, she's not getting out. They've
She's
tried and
over
tried so many
$1
times.
million worth. She can have any lawyer out there. No one would take it.
We execute women in this state.
Yeah. Texas
Right.
got a fast
She's
lane.
still alive, and she looked good. She eats a lot.
Well, I think that
squares a
she,
day.
I'm not real sure. She may have been reduced to life in prison.
Don't remember.
Let me
It's not-
see. I'm not sure. I haven't heard about her. Shush.
I know it's like a stay of execution right now or something because of other evidence that they're going over or whatever.
She
but
probably will not be
And it should
executed,
be.
most likely.
Chrissy,
Yeah,
should
she's
be
still on death
what-
row. She's been
Yes,
on death
but
row for
there's a
22 years.
stay
She's still
on
there.
Yes, but it should be, because I think that she should indicate what her husband had to do with it, because I
agree.
think he was in.
But
He
and
was
Sue
in.
brings up another good point. This case should have been tried somewhere else. It should have never been tried where it was.
Amen. I
Right.
agree with that. Chrissy, please.
yes, I agree with that. But what my whole thing is with this black car and this setup thing that Darren may have had something to do with. I agree with all of that. Now, I do not think that he set someone up to come in and kill the kids. I think this guy, whoever they hired to come in and do this, got surprised when he went in there and saw they were there and just panicked and he just did it. I don't
Well,
think that was
Chrissy-
planned out.
Let me spin this on you. Here's the thing: when you hire criminals to do criminal jobs, you don't know what a criminal's capable of.
Oh yeah,
This
Amen.
man might have had the
I agree.
pretense of going in there and killing people just to do it.
yeah.
Yeah.
But they also stated that the Lamborghini wasn't in the driveway, and neither was her vehicle. So this guy thought that nobody was home. That's what I'm thinking. He went in there
Yeah.
thinking nobody was home, and he got the shock of his life when everyone was home.
But you have to agree to one thing, Chrissy, that whoever stabbed those children stabbed the children first for a reason. Why not? If he was a guy who was to ransack the place, wouldn't he stab the adult first?
Exactly. That's always been my question too. You'd go for the adult because they're the biggest threat.
Yeah.
I
Well,
agree.
Here's the problem with all this. Here's the next problem: is whoever came in that house, if someone did come in the house, they had to have the mindset to go to the kitchen first to get the knife. That happened before anything.
Right.
You
So
guys
the-
know that the crime scene was wiped up, right? That kitchen sink before the.
Yeah.
I mean, it was
That's
wiped
all
up
false.
as well.
That's all false.
No, that's
not
true.
the way it
That's-
happened.
Yeah, no, it's true. It was wiped.
You know,
I'm looking.
why
I just
would
looked
you make this
through.
up?
I just looked through, like, the court documents from witnesses and stuff like that to make sure that I still knew a little bit about it to talk about it. And yeah, that is wiped down. It was wiped down.
The wiping, if I remember correctly, the wiping, the new investigator that had been investigating over the forensics and everything found that the wiping wasn't a cleaning wipe. Like, they weren't trying to clean anything. It was just going over it with their arm or something. As far as like the screen evidence, it's been proven that the screen evidence is all bullshit. That it's not real. The screen material that was on the knife was an insignificant
that was-
amount,
yes, yes.
and it could have
It
gotten
was
there in
not-
any which way possible.
Yeah, I saw something where they were saying that when they were dusting for fingerprints, those fibers could have gotten picked up
Yes,
on that,
it's the
and then they
same
dusted over the knife, and
material.
it fell
Yes.
off onto the knife.
Yes.
Yeah, I
So
saw
the
that.
knife did not come. The knife that cut the screen did not come from inside the house. Absolutely.
Most likely, no. But like Miss Chrissy was saying, so when they did the showing of how you could enter the window, it was just like taking a step forward. It was
Right.
that easy.
Yeah, because it's ground level window. That's what I was saying. You don't have
And
to.
it's a bay
disturb
window,
anything.
very tall.
Yeah, and then they also said that there was mulch outside the window, which wasn't disturbed. The mulch was 6 feet away from the window.
No, it was all concrete.
Yeah, it was all concrete that led
there
to
would
the
have been
sidewalk.
footprints because it was moist outside. It wasn't. It was all concrete.
Yep.
No, and I have to say, you know what? Where my emotions are at, and Chrissy's, having lost children, and me being a father, no one steps in my house. And if they are lucky enough to step one of my, well, actually, you know what? My children probably would protect
Kids
me.
would beat him up before you did. And come on.
But I cannot. I don't think that my wife would cry out, and I'm not down there, and he's not getting out. That house was
hold on.
very narrow and everything.
You really
Hey.
don't know what you'll do unless you're in the situation.
Are you a
No,
Mason or a computer
Actually,
nerd?
I do. I think I would. I'm,
No.
King, are you
you
a
won't.
Mason or a computer nerd?
I'm both. To you.
Okay,
No,
but
I'm
you did a
I'm
man's
still a
job for
Mason.
most of your life, correct?
Yes.
This guy had never done anything manly in his life.
You know
Well,
what? Then he would be in the back of the 911 call screaming like a little girl. You don't hear him at all.
Doesn't mean that
ambulance
instincts
comes,
don't take
the
over to
police
give your
comes,
kids
he's not
first
there.
aid.
He's dropping the sock 75 yards away. That's what I'm saying.
Well, here's my problem. See, here I have a problem with that, and a problem with the damn step out of the screen as well, the window. There's no blood outside the fucking house.
Amen.
And don't forget
is a
the
big problem
fingerprint
for
that
me.
wasn't tested.
There should have been footprints of blood on that concrete.
Yeah.
Yes, there should have. But there
Yeah,
was also
there
a
isn't.
fingerprint that did not match Darlie or either of the kids or Darren.
Yeah. Like
but- The guy who ran out butchered 3 people. You know how much blood that involves?
There's a lot of blood.
No,
This is a gory scene, man. It is. If you've seen the crime scene photos, it is fucking gory.
within the living room and everything else is like blood spatters that have no consistency with someone running out. I think the dad was involved, and that's why
The blood splatter, though, Ying, also does not support the fact of how the prosecution said they were stabbed either.
No, don't.
Amen. 3 people showed. Oh,
But what I wanted to say in to your, yes, you would know what to do in situations. You won't. And I'm going to tell you why I'm saying that. There's no secret. Everyone around YouTube knows about the death of my 2 children. I made a whole video about them, and they were on my community wall for quite a long time.
sorry for your loss. Feel for you.
Anyway, nobody knows how you can deal with that stuff until you're faced with dealing with it. When my oldest son, whose birthday is today, by the way, when he was born, he was on what's called an apnea monitor to monitor his breathing because of my daughter who passed away from crypto. And at, I think he was 4 weeks old, he quit breathing. The monitor would go off periodically all the time, and I wouldn't panic because it was known to be going off. So it's going off, and I'm counting the beeps walking down the hallway, and it wasn't stopped. It just kept beeping and beeping and beeping. And then I realized this is a true alarm. This isn't one of those false ones. And I grabbed him up out of the crib, and I ran to the living room, sat on the floor with him. He was turning blue, and I grabbed the phone. I ended up having to give him CPR until the ambulance got there, and then he started crying once they came into the apartment. I never in my wildest dreams thought I would be able to do that. Never.
Amen. So you did
never
more
ever
than you thought you could do, right?
I never thought that I would be able to bury a child,
Amen.
let alone 2, and go on living. I never thought I could do the CPR and then go on living.
Yeah, but you didn't think you would do the CPR either.
You're right.
I'll tell you this, Miss Chrissy.
That's the point.
So why didn't Darlie?
Ing, I'm not talking about them right now. I'm talking about how you say, I know what I would have done in that situation. You don't.
No, but I would know what I would do if I was a father in that situation, because I thought one time someone broke in. I went through a screen door too. And it was my son coming home.
Well, I mean, everyone reacts differently. I'll tell you this much. So my oldest son, I saved his life twice.
Yep.
Both times he was choking. Once on a penny, and the other on ice with ice, actually like ice.
Copper
but
in a penny.
In both instances,
the worst.
I felt a fear that I had never felt before or since.
Yeah.
And my reactions were instantaneous to what was occurring. And both times I give him the Heimlich, which I've also found out is the wrong thing to do. But both times, the penny was first, and he spit that penny out clear across the room. I used to carry that penny in my wallet until the fire happened, and I lost it because it melted. But
yeah, we were
even after he hawked up like the penny, even after I forgot the penny and like the ice out of his throat, I still picked him up and ran into the living room screaming to call 911.
Yeah. Yes, that's a father.
Just because my adrenaline was pumping so fast.
Yep.
It took me a few minutes to calm down.
You don't know how you're going to handle something unless you're faced with it, or like afterwards, when the adrenaline stops, you freak out because you're like, what the hell just happened?
Yeah.
So that's the point I was trying to make.
But you know what? There were
the famous Shamrock sigh. Here we go.
Oh no. I just think it just making me think about it because it's just I think there's like enough evidence to convict her, and there's enough to say that she didn't do it. That's always been my problem with the case. Is
My end of this whole story is she can only be on death row if her husband was in on it, and he
Yeah,
should be dead too. That's what
I
I'm thinking.
I think the husband helped. If she is guilty, 100%, he helped. He's the one that planted the sock. That's why there's no blood. Whatever. He might have been the one that cut her neck. I don't know, to make it
She
look
was,
staged.
amen. She was on the 911 call for 6 minutes. You don't even hear a reference to her husband.
No, no, no. That's
is
not
he
true.
amazing? Yeah.
No, no, no. There's reference to the husband. You can hear the
What?
husband screaming in the background, actually.
When? I
On the
didn't hear that.
911 call, you hear her say, Darren, he's not breathing. I think he's dead. And you can hear the dad talking in the background.
Chrissy, this
I
is
told you,
an
Ing, there's
upfront-
different videos
No,
out there you have to
you didn't
watch.
play this. You didn't
Because
play
I
it.
can't. 2020 won't
Well,
let
let me say something
Oh.
about the 911 call. They tried to
What?
use that as the whole character assassination thing where they said she didn't sound upset. She most definitely sounds hysterical on that
Yes, she
911 call.
does.
Well,
But she
listen,
says weird shit. She
Yeah.
says weird shit like the fingerprints. Why would you bring up the fingerprints on the knife? That's weird. And she didn't just bring it up in that call. She brought it up other times. So like the doctors, that's weird to me. That's
Well,
doesn't
what's
make
also
sense.
strange is how the doctor's testimony was not in court
Right. Yeah, they
when
didn't let
his
that in.
testimony was crucial to her defense.
whoa. I'm the asshole here right now. There should be a part 2 next week. What I do,
No.
Chrissy, you and I, we go through the ABC thing.
Ing, I
And-
can't go through this twice with you. I can't.
Hey, next time there's something else, we go through the same shit. Let's just finish this next week.
It is
Like
finished.
no, it's not. No, if he is on the 911 call, I
Yes, he
have to rethink.
Yeah, he is.
Amen.
Like I said, Ing, I will put all those videos in the description, and you need to go watch it all.
Yes,
Now,
I make a
next
compilation
Next
fully.
week, I will give you a couple of minutes to tell me what you think and what would happen, but then we're going to move on to the next case.
I don't think we can just brush it off like that.
I know this case does. This case does it to everybody. There's just so.
It's very controversial.
It
Mhm.
is. It is
Very.
like the staircase. Sorry, I brought that up.
But
No,
Yeah.
listen.
I hate to bring up this part, but I mean, it they say that, the most brutal killings are usually done by a loved one.
Right.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
those
Yeah.
little boys were stabbed. Their
Mhm.
wounds are horrific. Like that
That's a
person
crime of
hated
passion.
them.
That's a crime of passion. There's what kind of passion would you have killing your kid?
Yeah. Well, but
Shamrock, I
hey,
remember when you first introduced me to this case,
Mm-hmm.
I thought, oh, yeah, she's guilty. And then the more I looked into it, remember, I messaged you and I was like, no, I changed my mind. There's no way she did this. There's so much circumstantial, blah, 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 blah. Remember that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And
yeah.
then I waited for weeks for you. I mean, you only went live one time about it. And then I waited.
Oh, I'm
and
sorry. I'm
waited.
glad you did it.
Well, then I'm like, oh, I don't want to step on any toes, but I want to talk
Nah.
about this case. And I'm like, it doesn't look like Shamrock's going to cover any more of it. So
Yeah,
we're
and you're
doing it.
better at it than I am. So I mean, but I'm remind me if you haven't already seen it. I mean, I have a links actually to people that dispute it, that have the witness statements, and they give their evidence as to what happened and all that bullshit.
Yeah, just post them in the Discord.
Yeah,
Post them
well,
here in my
the
I
Discord
only
will.
now, so
witness we have is
it's
Darlie.
her.
Yeah.
pick that
Because
dog
the
up.
father said he knows nothing. But no, listen to this. You know what? We maybe should prepare 2 weeks ahead of time. So give me the new case we do in 2 weeks, and next week we have to settle this. We have to. And Shamrock,
Yes.
anything you have on true crime, even if it isn't with this case, drop
Yeah.
in my DMs, please, man. And you too, Chrissy. Give me all you got on this, and I will
I will put the link
recuperate.
in the description
Is that the
and
right
Shamrock will
English
post the
word?
link in the Discord. So But like I said, I'm not doing a whole other show on this thing. I'm not going to do it.
I do it for you. And you come in like Shamrock an hour later.
I'm sorry. So who are you guys doing on the next case?
I'm not sure yet. I haven't even looked, to be honest with you.
If I'm not kicked by Chrissy by tomorrow, she will let you know.
Come on, Miss Chrissy. You know what we all want to know.
What do you want to know?
You know what case we want you to do.
What's that?
Come on, you know.
I don't know.
The case that you were involved with in real life.
The what?
The case that you're involved with in real life.
Are you talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Lorena
We all
Bobbitt?
want you to do that. Come on. We
Let's
want to
just
hear about
have
the
enough
longer
evidence
fucking
first.
clipping.
Hey, Poon, ABC should have a 2020 on it first before we come in. Just
We want to hear about the doggy that had the donger in its mouth.
There was no dog with a donger in his mouth.
Now, let me tell you one thing. In 2 occasions in my life, I was freaked out and I was ready to die for my sons. That's a father's dynamic. However, Chrissy, and that's why I know that you know more than I do, my wife would kill for her sons without asking any questions. That's the difference between a father and a mother. A father will die for his
So will a
children.
mother.
A mother will kill others.
Ing, I would give
For her children.
give my life for my son's or their mother's life without question in a heartbeat.
I would die for
Yeah,
my
Without
kids.
hesitation.
In a
Yeah, of
heartbeat.
course. I think
Amen.
all of us would.
Yeah.
No, I
there
would
is a-
too when it comes to it, but I feel like,
And
I
if
would
somebody
die
hurt,
myself.
and if somebody hurt my kids, or God forbid, murder them, I would kill that person, even if that person were my husband.
you
Mhm.
would kill him and everyone in his neighborhood, including
Exactly.
everyone that's related.
I know. I would burn the whole
Yes.
neighborhood down. I'm the
That's
same
what
way.
mother-
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
a mother does.
Yeah.
The only
Exactly.
time my wife came at me is when she thought I endangered our kids.
Yeah.
So we have domestic violence. There were 3 times in 32 years that a fist hit a face, and all 3 times it was me. But other than that, I'm fine. Thank you for asking, Chrissy. Jesus.
I agree. Sue Ann, I love her side too. When she sighs, you know there's something brewing in that mind of hers.
What are
Usually
you
it's
smoking,
because-
Shamrock?
Oh, I'm actually rolling right now. I'm about to go outside and smoke. But my husband explained the sigh. He said that like in real life, the sigh is where I would, hit the person. I would punch him in the face. You can't do that on YouTube.
Unfortunately not.
So-
There's a lot that I would like to
Oh,
see.
there's a lot of people I want to punch. Oh man, Susan Mundy.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
God, that crazy bitch just drive me crazy.
Mhm.
Susan
I
Mundy's the
like
first person
Corey.
that's ever stalked me.
I know she's awful. She's awful.
That's where I first met her, is in Poons.
She came up on Corey's panel and just jumped on me, and she's such a liar and she's a gossiper. I can't. She's
But Shamrock
great.
is one thing.
Chrissy begged me to ban her from everything, and I told her to.
Yep.
She's insane.
For 3 years, Sue Ann stands up for Corey, and he shed on her. Now, it makes her as dumb as Corey is. No
Who?
doubt.
Susan? You're
Yeah.
talking about
Su-
Susan, right?
Oh, I thought you said Sue
Susan Ann.
Ann. I was
You
like,
did say
Sue
Sue Ann.
Ann.
That's why I was like,
not
what?
Sue Ann. No.
Okay.
Not Sue Ann.
I
Susan
love Sue
Mundy.
Ann.
Right?
No,
Yeah.
he did say Sue Ann. He
You
did.
did say Sue Ann. That's why I was like, what?
No. No, I said, I love you, Sue Ann. No, Susan Mundy is in Corey's corner, and he just recently dumped her. for
He hates
no-
her. I know.
Yes,
He hates
But
it.
she was there with him through all the bullshit he did. No one made Wendy Moore cry in the last 3 years.
Then
Than
Corey.
everybody combined the last 20 years than Corey did.
Yep.
On Elisa Giordano's behalf, I have to add. This is
Corey's a piece of
that's
shit.
a
I'm
true
sorry.
crime. That's true crime.
Well, he had been behaving and he's been back, but I everybody knows he's gonna fuck up again. It's just a matter of time.
And he did
And he's
already.
already starting.
And he showed it. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
did
already
already.
starting again. I told him last night I was hoping there'd be more time, but it doesn't look like it.
Yeah.
Looks like you're
Now,
just
he
gonna
had-
be
Now, I
Yeah.
will tell you that I don't care for that Minnie Manson person because of the shit that he was saying and doing. But
right.
the first night that he came up on the panel, Corey just flat out attacked this poor guy.
Yeah.
Started saying the P word and just,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and Wendy kept telling him to stop. And of course, Wendy was getting upset and she was going to be crying again. And
Mm-hmm.
it's like, why do you guys keep letting him up there? He's not
Even
going to
Satan
change.
taps out with Minnie.
He's not going to change. He's not. He's
No.
going to keep doing it.
No.
So I mean, I hate to say it, and I love Wendy to death, but I won't be coming around anymore. I won't.
Not if Corey is up.
I can't do it. If she needs anything, she knows how to get a hold of me,
And Lauren, if you're out there, I blame you a little bit for it.
and I will do whatever I can for her. But I'm not going to be in her chat as long as all that's going to be going on. I can't.
Yeah. I
But
get
other
it.
than that, we're all fine, right?
Yeah, I think so. But this is just a horrible case. It's just, I mean,
Yes,
at the end of the day, two beautiful little boys were savagely murdered. It's just
Yeah.
awful.
And no matter what side we take, we try to make sense of it because we
Right.
try to make, us living in this world with what happened.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh,
That's-
look at them!
that's
Aren't they?
hard.
Aren't they?
hard.
They were so cute.
Little bunny.
And the sucky thing too is the baby who nothing happened to when the murders of the brothers took place. That kid is an adult. He got cancer.
Yeah, he's got leukemia.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
It's like
he got
that
cancer.
poor
Sorry.
family.
Yep.
Holy
Yeah, Drake has
shit.
leukemia. He's, I think, 15 now.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And he visits Darlie. He stands by her. He says he loves her and always will.
Yeah. Hi, Nap.
No,
Yeah.
it's his mother.
Yeah.
But yeah, he has leukemia. So
Oh man.
So sad.
it is. It's horrible. It's like
What do you want?
Now I feel bad. Okay, I think now she's innocent.
You're a fucking flip flopper.
Hey, I learned it from you, Poon.
which stream?
Good to see you, Poon.
I don't think I've ever
should
flip flopped on
be-
anybody. Matter of fact, I was fixing to go troll
Yeah.
Ross.
Susan, I mean.
I can't-
Corey's.
I can only remember 10 names a day. So since
All
11 o'clock, who is Ross?
Mm,
He's such an asshole. That's why I love you. Look at him.
So I'm so stoned I can't remember if I posted this in your Discord, Chrissy. So forgive me if that's like the fourth time I've done it.
Take another hit, please, from me. I
I'm
have
going
a
to.
contact high. Whenever you come on panel, Shamrock,
No, you
I
only
have a
did it
contact high.
Okay, good. Yeah. I
And
get
I
How
love
it.
long Jimmy joined?
So it was
Yes.
Corey's panel. She just came up. I'm sick, camera.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
I think, as long as I know her, she's highly medicated. She doesn't seem older. I have to.
Well, yeah, I told her. I said, "Bitch, you need to get your meds changed. If you're
Yeah.
medicated, they ain't working, bitch." I'm crazy too. I ain't hating on you for being mentally ill. I am, but you need to switch doctors and get your shit changed
I
because
think
it ain't working. You bad shit.
She's in love with Corey. That's
She
what I
hates
think.
Poon. She absolutely hates Poon. So
Well,
if you
then
say
fuck that
anything
bitch.
about Poon, I mean, she just.
Sorry
That's
for
the
I
the-
said his
Sorry.
name once, and she was like, "Hey, you come from Poon House?" No, I don't. I don't come
She
from
hates
Poon.
me because I had her banned from everything.
Yep.
Yeah, she don't like rejection.
Good
Well,
choice.
that's the reason she hates me, is because she was in Poon's Discord, and she was like, "Poon has me blocked. Can you please have him unblock me?" And I'm like, "I will ask. I don't even know who you are, but I was talking to Poon about it, and Poon was telling me all the shit she was doing, and I was like, and she just kept hounding me. Are you doing it? What's he doing? Da da da. And I'm like, Susan, I said I would ask. That's all I can tell you. And she just kept giving me hell, and I was like, Poon, can we please just block her? Can I take her out of the Discord? We don't need this. And then all of a sudden she hated me because I was Poon's right-hand person.
She doesn't like me because I defended Lauren.
She told me, or told everybody, that she would save Robbie's best friend, and she had only talked to him once, ever.
She's weird.
Yeah.
She's crazy and weird. I mean,
Fire wants to know where EFD is.
Who asked that?
Fire.
Fire, kiss my ass, man.
Hey, Shamrock.
Can we let me just say something about that, okay? I felt really, let me just vent for a minute. I got my joint lit here. Let me just say that I know that I have a problem with him. I know I overreact with him. He's just one of those people. He just drives me crazy when he's doing his bullshit. But then I found out he got 5150. He was put in a drug rehab / mental institution. I opened up to him. I told him that I was in a mental hospital for a year. I told him I was proud of him. I was glad he was stopping drinking and everything like that. So he was sober for 2 weeks. And last night on Wendy's, he treated me shittier than he ever has. He was like 100 times worse than he had ever been. And so I told him because this is like the second or third time, after he apologized. I told him, look, you fucked up so bad tonight that even if you do get sober down the line, I don't care. And this is the last I'm talking to you. I'm going to pretend that you don't exist. But he doesn't leave me alone, Chrissy. Shamrock.
Nope. Right here. Yeah, he was calling you a bitch and saying he was going to come and get you. And
he was going to fuck me. And I'm like, and he made me so mad that I said, I know where you're at and you live in the same state. I'm going to come over there and pimp slap you, boy. I was super close. My husband was like, yeah, no, let's not do that.
Right.
He said he put the car keys. He put the car keys on the top of the fridge so I couldn't reach him.
That's funny. Yeah, as soon as he started his bullshit, I typed in the Discord for him to stop. I said, you're burning bridges that you worked so hard to mend. You're going to burn them to where they are not mendable anymore, so you need to stop. And he never looked in there, I guess, because he just kept on and over talking everyone and just calling you names. And I can't believe he was allowed to stay up there. But
and I kept trying to ignore him. Yeah. And I mean, we'd go back and forth. I'd shut up, and then he would, and I wasn't even talking. He just kept doing it. And I felt bad for when I found out that he was, he had mental health issues, and I felt bad that I had, gone so hard on him.
He has lost his father and a brother, but I think he's over.
He didn't lose his father. His father's still alive. He lost his mother.
Yeah, his brother's still around.
Jesus Christ, non-crying, Chrissy, thank you.
They committed him. They're actually the ones that committed him, Ing. Because they found him passed out. They're the ones that put him in the hospital.
His father is dying too. He has.
I know.
Yeah.
He has Lou Gehrig's disease.
Lou Gehrig's.
But he has
That's probably the absolute worst way to fucking die.
Yes.
Yeah, that's and I get that. That's awful. That's got to be hard. And I get that he's self-medicating and it's not easy, but
it doesn't give him the right, Shamrock.
Yeah,
I agree with you. But he loves you. He has no other way.
He admitted it. And he says, I don't know why. He's like, I'm addicted. I don't know what it is. I'm addicted to you. It's an obsession. And I'm like, I'm just like a little fat, redheaded Irish housewife. Why are you obsessed with me?
Okay,
the one thing that that guy said. The one thing that guy said on your live today, I was trying to listen while I was doing other stuff. Is he was in there, EFD was in there saying that he was drunk and he didn't mean to say that stuff. And that guy brought up a good point. That alcohol loosens your lips. It doesn't add things to your mind.
Yeah, it doesn't change who you are.
Right.
I mean, yeah, he's right.
The first 2 drinks, you tell the truth. After that, it's all a lie.
He
Or
said,
no,
I think he said, drunk lips speak a sober mind or some shit. I don't know what he said.
Something like that, yeah.
Something brainy like that. He's way smarter than me. He's always
Well,
making me look like a
it
dum dum.
worked because I was like, oh shit, listen to
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's very
definitely the truth.
smart. He's very smart.
Yeah.
Trust me, I know.
You say things that you're thinking when you're drunk, so
Mm-hmm.
because you don't
It
have
just
the
takes your
courage
filter.
to say
It
it.
just takes your filter off.
That's why they call it liquid courage.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. But
Just
I don't
remove
know.
filters.
He's not going to stop. Apparently, he's going to keep on, and a broken ankle and being 5150 isn't enough to stop him. So I don't know.
No, I knew it wasn't going to work, and that he might relapse because he didn't put himself in there. You can't help somebody that doesn't think they have a problem
Right.
and doesn't want to help themselves. You can't
Yep.
force them.
And all he keeps saying is, "It's hard. It's hard."
I know.
Well,
Did you hear what I told him? I'm like, you're 25 years old and you're already crying about life. Life has not begun to fuck you yet. What are you talking about?
exactly. Right. Yep.
It's going to get so much worse, EFC. Jesus.
Amen. I'm more than half his age, not half,
Mhm.
but
Come on.
double his age. And trust
Yeah.
me, I know life is hard.
I don't like it that he goes, and I also don't like, what did I? Everybody gets mad at him because he's been an asshole all night. What did I do?
I didn't do anything.
Yep.
Yeah.
yeah, send him over to me when he goes too far.
Yeah,
I
like
tried,
that old-
Ing, but you know what? Ing, being mean to him isn't
Yeah,
working
no.
either. You know what I'm saying?
No,
It's
it doesn't.
toxic
It
for
doesn't.
me.
Yes.
You know,
No,
and
but you
I
said-
freely admit that I go too hard on him. I don't know what it is. It's my problem. He bugs me a little bit more than somebody else would, and I
Turns
overreact.
me on every
really
time
go-
you do.
Well, I mean, it's called tough love. Somebody has to do it.
This
Yeah, but I-
situation needs Sam Hill.
No, it don't. That's for damn sure.
Sam
Okay,
is
come
perfect
here.
for this.
Come here.
That's
Nobody
my
needs Sam
13th
Hill.
name today. Who the fuck is Sam Hill?
Come here.
Yeah. So
You want up here? Why are you twirling 18 times first? Let's go. Come here. Jeez.
show off.
Damn, I used the F word again. Chrissy, it won't happen again. I make a note. I'm gonna scrape it right
We're
to
not
my
allowed to say
desk.
the F
I
word?
was gonna say,
No, it's
I
just
Oh,
never
okay.
said
I was
anything
like,
about
why
that.
the fuck not?
I say it all the time.
Yeah, I
yeah,
got
but
filthy
maybe
mouth.
not
I'm
in
horrible.
the first hour.
Okay.
How about
It's
that?
not like I'm monetized
I've
or
said that
anything.
word
It's
No,
not
no,
like
no,
I
no,
give
no.
a fuck.
But it's just if you can say it without the F word, you maybe shouldn't. Even though
That's
hey,
you.
English is not my first language, so I run out of words sometimes.
You speak
and
it very well, though. You're very
Thank you,
fluent.
Sherlock.
You
But I'm
speak
gonna
it better
say,
than a lot of Americans.
right? I'm gonna say this.
Fucking A, Sherlock.
I'm gonna say this, and don't be too offended. Ing.
No,
This is my channel.
I
Oh,
love
I
you,
make the
Chrissy,
rules.
and you know
If you
that.
want to say fuck, say fuck.
Thank you, ma'am. I actually appreciate that.
Yeah. Now, if we were on your channel and you wanted to say, maybe not say it the first hour, or if you can't say it without saying the F word,
No,
don't
but
say
like
it.
maybe
That's
new
fine.
people
But this is my
come
channel.
in
I don't care.
to check out your TC channel and then say, "Hey,
And
kids,
you're
you
gonna
can
see that
watch
I'm
it."
very real and I'm down to earth and I speak my mind.
Fuck, fuckity, fuck.
Well, listen, from you, Poon, I think he has a prescription to say the F word
Mhm.
from his doctor. It's therapy. Poon,
Anyway.
you should be.
Fuck you, you fucking fuck.
Hey, love you too. You should be on TC more often. Like he had some good points. I have to.
Poon's very good at true crime. He used to come in here quite often.
Yeah, I love. I mean, I used to read that about serial killers and stuff all
Well,
the time. I had to stop.
in all of our struggles and things that happened between us, this is the one thing that Casey and I really connected with and we did together.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of cases that we looked at for hours upon hours upon hours.
Mhm.
This one we probably put in, I would say, months upon months of looking at it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I
and
didn't hear about it until Shamrock.
yeah, even if you're part of it, you don't have to deal with trolls or have to prove something. You just discuss what's at hand.
It's
And that's
interesting.
so different to drama.
Yeah, I like doing true crime better than I do drama. Although I know drama does sell, but I'm not buying.
No, but
Sorry.
so many people like true crime, and a channel like this will slowly grow
Mm-hmm.
and will do good
Yeah.
ahead of time.
Well, we're definitely consistent. We do it Friday every night unless I'm sick, and I haven't been
Sorry,
sick.
Claire couldn't make it tonight.
Hopefully she'll be here next week.
Claire Bear.
No, she moved, and her Wi-Fi is not set up.
I thought you were talking about Jimmy the Christian for a second because they call him Claire, but you mean Claire Bear.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Claire.
yeah, Claire
Yeah.
Bear.
Yeah,
she's
originally
actually co-host.
I started this whole series with Claire. It was me and Claire. And then
Mm-hmm.
she moved and has this junk Wi-Fi or this junk internet. She's out in the boondocks. I mean, her driveway is a 3-minute drive. It's not even, you can't even walk her driveway.
She needs a
Mhm.
satellite
So
at this point.
they're trying to get it settled to where they have internet, and it's so expensive over in Australia, apparently.
Yeah, it is.
So they ran out quick. Like within the first 2 weeks, their gigabytes or whatever it's called were used up. So she couldn't go on
Yeah,
YouTube
yes.
anymore. She couldn't participate. And then we thought she was going to be able to make it tonight, but then apparently the month starts on the 7th because they signed up on the 7th.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe next week. That's all I can say is maybe next week she'll be here. So, but she's researched this case too. So if she has anything to add, she will next week. But
Mhm.
um,
As long
yeah,
as Chrissy has me on, I will be happy.
Aw.
I have another one. It's I think it's called the Coleman Family Murders.
Well, there's one I don't think I've heard about.
We're gonna
Heard
try
of
to
it.
do that one next week. This guy is
Coleman?
Coleman, Coleman Family.
I'm
Murders.
sure you've gotten into all the famous ones like the BTK and
Oh yeah. If you do, I have it. I don't know. Earlier on, like I don't know, almost a year ago, I used to do just podcasts where I would just talk about a serial killer. And I
Mhm.
think I did BTK on one of those. I'm not sure.
yeah. God, that's a crazy case
You know,
too.
Miss Christie, one of the most interesting ones is the firefighter that murdered his family, set the house on fire, and he's still at large to this day.
You know the name of it?
I'll think of his name here in a minute. Most people believe that he went to the caves or the I think it was the cave systems and killed himself, but no one knows.
Yeah. I heard of that. That's
Yeah,
in Texas?
I just read that.
No, this wasn't in Texas. This was like a religious thing. It was one of the times where the church would have shunned everyone if they would have got a divorce. So instead, he just killed his whole family, set the house on fire, and then took
What was
off.
the name? You have a name? Nothing.
I'll think of it here in a minute. The dude was a fireman.
I think I
Find
just
it.
saw
Send
something
it to
on
us.
that
Yes.
not too long ago.
He's still on the FBI's most wanted list.
Yeah, that's where I saw on that chapter he has a video that says the
Kind of like I think the dude was a Mormon
wanted,
dude that
10 most wanted or whatever,
murdered
and that guy is one of them. That's where I saw it.
So it's in
There's
Utah.
also a Mormon dude that I think he's Mormon. He murdered a armored truck guy. He got a job as an armored truck.
Yes.
Yes.
He's still
that case.
at large.
Mhm.
Yes. That just happened like 8 years ago.
No, it's like 10, 15 years old.
Yeah. Like he's at large, but no.
And then the Muslim guy who killed his daughters for dating.
He got caught. They caught him.
Yeah, there are trials going on right now.
Oh, religious cases.
I think he got caught here in Texas.
I think he was it happened in Texas, I think, but I think he was in New York.
If he's a Muslim, he gets caught in Texas.
Well, he was a taxi driver, so that's
I remember that. I do.
yeah, killed his daughters for dating.
Oh,
Infidels.
We have one like that too here in Vancouver. Like a Sikh woman fell in love with a Hindu guy, and the family just went haywire. That was one of the worst bloody murders we had here. Yeah. Anything in religion makes it so much worse.
You guys got Robert Picton in Canada, the pig farmer dude.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, that was horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he had.
That dude actually partied with the Hell's Angels and shit.
Damn.
I could say more about that, but I won't. But yeah, he was involved. Man, 29. Like most of them, like there are so many girls missing from the west, like east side of Vancouver, that they think he killed, and he wouldn't come forward to say. He should be in jail for the first one. But I think for all the ones behind, it's good to have closure. Like if he would admit to it. Because I watched about the Green River killer. It's like over 49 women killed. Like, and every time he would admit to it, the people behind would find closure. And that's why he's not on death row.
It took a long time to. He was a suspect in the early days of the case, but
Only
how long
DNA.
How long was he free for before they finally got him? It was a long time.
16 years.
Damn.
Up to 2002, he would actually say, I have another one. And he would not remember the women, but the places he put them. And they were all there. Like no one found them. This is just south of my border. An hour drive, I'm right in the middle where the Green River murderers happened. And I think he killed the most.
So, Chrissy, do you know about the boy in the box murder?
I heard of it.
That's the young kid that was found on the side of the road.
In a box, yeah.
I think they identified him not too long ago.
I have to look into it. Maybe we'll do that one too.
They posed him. They posed his poor little dead body in hopes, somebody would recognize him. But I don't know if I haven't looked at that in a while.
What'd you
That's
say
sad.
that Gary? I can't remember his last name. What did he say about him? Gary Ridgway.
He was the Green River murderer.
I know he was the Green River killer. What did you say though about him?
No, I think he killed the most.
No. The most prolific serial killer of all time. For one, it's Hitler. Number two is Stalin.
Yes,
but
on U.S. ground, asshole. I'm sorry.
I had to throw that in there. But no, the most prolific serial killer of all time is in Peru or it's South America. This dude has killed thousands.
On U.S. ground, I meant. And here's the thing, because someone said I'm a Holocaust denier. 6 million Jews have been killed. You know why? Because the Germans keep record. That's the Jews we know of. And there were more.
Oh, for sure. There's most people claim that the number's too high, that there was no way it could happen that many with that many, but the number's actually too low.
Yeah. If a report is bad, it's always worth in the truth.
Robert William Fisher.
Yeah, like he was in Canada though, not in the US. I think him and the Green River killer, and they're only apart like 1 hour car drive. I think and it's all prostitutes. Now, the Green River killer killed one girlfriend he had.
Poon, did you hear what I said?
No, ma'am. What'd you say?
The guy's name is Robert William Fisher.
Oh, okay. Sounds right. Yeah.
What did he do?
He killed his family.
Yeah, caught his family on fire.
Oh, that earlier, what you mentioned. Okay. Now we should cover that. Who can come up as a specialist?
Yeah. I'm putting it in my notes so that I have the name so we can look it up.
I have two cats invading me.
Boy in the box too.
Invasion of children.
No, they want me to rub the bags all night long.
Okay. All right,
Well,
we've
thank
been
God.
on for 2 hours now.
Okay,
Yes, Sparkus.
Chrissy,
What?
thank you
What?
for having me tonight. So, should we do it like the last time? I can't contact you for 3 days. No, she never said that ever. No.
No, he rage quit and didn't talk to me for a day.
Yeah, but because if I fell off the desk, I was bleeding.
Yeah, okay.
No, we have. Listen, if we always agree all the time, that's not right either.
Well, that's what I told you. That's what I kept trying to tell you. Just give me a day.
And you know what? That day helped me. I told you, even if I take a day, you have to keep me for me not to come back. But Jesus, Shamrock,
Yes.
say something.
I'm sorry. I'm just listening to you guys. I'm super high right now.
Chrissy is my best friend on social media.
Aw.
Yes. He runs people out of my server.
Yeah, but other than that, I'm fine. But Shamrock is right below you.
Mhm.
And then Poon. Well, actually, the only friends I have on social media are on this panel right now.
Oh no, that's not true.
No, Poon and
Everyone
I,
loves you.
we are connected on Facebook too. I know his real name and where he lives and everything. So that's
Mhm.
I think everybody does nowadays.
listen.
To
I
be honest with
actually
you.
forgot my home address because I wanted to send a package. So I called one of my doctors.
Jeez.
Ing and I weren't even poised to be friends. I mean, it's a weird coincidence that how we even became friends.
Amen.
Very strange.
Amen.
Yeah.
And you know what? That means even more than if it was clear to everyone we should be friends. You know?
Well, I mean, it's just one of those situations of you were in the same boat as Miss Chrissy was, and everyone
Amen.
else was, and I got the short end of the stick of that because what am I supposed to do?
You so did, and I'm with you all the way on that.
I never sold anybody out to protect them for both of our integrities. So I mean, it is what it is. I would do it the same way. I wish I'd never been put in a situation, but what am I supposed to do?
Chrissy owes you.
Hey guys,
Just saying.
I've enjoyed this immensely. I can't wait till the next one. Thanks for having me. Bye.
Thanks for
Bye.
coming up,
Miss
Shamrock.
Chrissy used to despise me, Ing.
I did, yeah.
She
hated
treated
it.
me like dirt.
Yes, but
Horrible
listen to me.
dirt.
If she got through that and you're on her panel, you're a blessed man.
Well, I mean,
Nice,
I guess it's just one of those situations where, you just let it play out and things will iron themselves out. And that's exactly what happened.
I hated him until I talked to him, and then I was like, all right, well, he's not that bad.
No.
And then I was like his number one advocate and fighting everybody for him. And
That doesn't help either. Like, I will stand for him when it goes too far, but Poon, we both know a lot of the things that come at you late, like, other than, the Katie thing and that background, I would say sometimes it's your own fault.
Oh, yeah, for sure. What are you talking about? I know this for a fact.
Amen. But
I don't deny this at all.
Never drop you ever.
But at the same time, I'm done with this shit. The only reason I'm even up here right now is just because I have extensive knowledge of this, and Miss Chrissy was asking people to talk. Because I'm done. I'm not joking. I'm done.
And thank you for coming up. Have you subscribed to Chrissy's Corner?
of course,
I've been
he is.
subscribed to Miss Chrissy for I don't know how long.
Yeah,
So
of course he is.
So it's you and me. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
No, I think you lost a couple because
Bitter
of
and I
me.
go
but
way back now. A couple years at least now, at least.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I'm coming up on my I just passed my 3rd year anniversary, or my 2nd year anniversary.
Oh, okay, yeah.
How many subs do you have?
Right at I'm close to 3,000 now.
Yeah.
So clearly, you don't plug the TC channel we are on it right now enough.
Oh, well, it doesn't matter.
On the other hand, do we want his subscribers?
I don't care about subs or any of that stuff. Look, I did what I wanted to do.
Yes.
I proved the point I wanted to prove. I did it.
Yep.
Yes.
I've had enough. You know what I had to do at Miss Wendy's the other day because of Corey. I don't want to do that shit anymore.
Right.
I'm tired of it.
Mm-hmm.
I've had my fill. I've got better things to do in life. This is not what I'm going to be doing anymore. And I admit it when I said it before, I'm saying it again, and I mean it 100%.
Yep.
Amen.
It's not going to be long from now. You're probably not going to see me at all. Maybe once in a blue moon.
Come on. Say don't disappear altogether. I mean,
I didn't say I would do that, but
if you're not here next Friday, I gonna find you.
No, but I do have your number, so I can contact you that way.
Yes, ma'am, Miss Chrissy.
Yeah.
Maybe even Poon has a case we should cover. He can be part of it.
I got a weird message today actually from what was the name? It was like Tom something. But I know who it really was.
Was it a
I don't remember what the name was. It was started with a T and then like the last name was an H or something. It was Sam.
Oh
Lord.
Yeah.
He wants to start another stream. This time he wants to do a history stream.
A history stream.
I got bad news for you, Sam. I'm not gonna do it. And
he's not
I was
educated
dead serious
enough
about what I was
to
doing.
have a history stream.
I like Sam. I love Sam, man. I do.
He has the English vocabulary of a fifth grader. That
oh come on, he's the dumbest smart. He's the smartest.
Right.
Or he's the dumbest smart guy I know.
No, listen to me, Poon. Let me tell you one thing.
God.
No, can I? May I, Chrissy?
You know this is why he hates you, right?
Yes, and let me put some fire on it. Poon, Sam Hill has never won an argument because every time he loses, he pulls rank. Married to an Asian woman, has been married to an African woman, has been married to a white woman. He knows everything about race.
But he did spit on the white woman. Remember that.
So he's a father. He knows about divorce. He knows about marriage. And he has two, what's it called? Teaching degrees.
Psychological degrees.
No, he's a master's degree and 2 teaching degrees. Do you know how long it takes to get a teaching degree? You have to actually look after a class
4 years
for
here.
4 years. Yes. And the second is 6 years. He's 33 years old, was homeless when he was 17. Everything he says is to pull rank. And you know what? You picked that up, Poon, because the 20 minutes you had a fallout with Lycan. You said 5. No. You said 5. You said 5 times to Lycan. I'm right because Sam Hill told me, and he has a master's degree. You said it 5. You pulling rank.
I never said that.
Yes, you did. Go back. The 20 minutes.
Receipt.
That's true. Did he leave?
We lost him.
Oh. No, he did. In 20
well, we're
minutes.
not talking about this anymore because he's not here and I don't want to talk about it. So
Okay, phone.
I don't like Sam and
I tried to phone him and he always turned me down.
He may have gotten a phone call, so
Yeah, I might have.
Yeah, Farkas,
I
somebody
love
had
you.
to. Thanks to Poon for going on Wendy's and putting Corey in his place.
We
Somebody
still have
needs
5 in the box. Thank you for coming. We will be here next.
Ian,
It won't be a
can you
second
not-
part.
Can you hear me at all?
Yes.
Then why do
Can
you
you hear
keep
me?
talking over me?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes.
Okay, I'll stop talking.
I hear you talking over me every time I try to say something. Damn. Thanks to him for going when he's put in court. Yes, somebody needs to put him in his place because he's going to be continued to allow to go there and cause chaos and do the same shit that he does all the time. Fucking hypocrites. I'm done with that kind of shit. I won't go
Can I
there.
say amen?
Excuse me?
I just want to say amen to what you said.
Yeah, so oh, and to answer your question from earlier, do we want Poon's subscribers? I don't know what you want, but since this is my channel, I would like any of them,
I
actually.
would take you for shit about me, Chrissy. They love you.
My goodness. We're forgetting what this thing says here. This thing here. I can't even pull it up because we're on top of it. But that thing, it says Chrissy's Corner.
Well, that would throw me off. I would say, oh, shit.
Yeah, how about that? Anyway, we're going to end it now. I've had enough.
Thank you for having me.
But look at my precious babies again before we go.
Yes.
The pink butterfly.
Sorry for your loss.
His little turquoise butterfly.
Yeah.
So, thanks everyone for being here. We had up to 13 this time. We did pretty good.
Yes.
I will
2.5
put
hours.
Yeah, I will put all the links. Oh, Poon's back.
Hey,
Did you get
Poon.
a phone call?
No, my phone died. I didn't even know it was done.
Oh, I told Ing you probably got a phone call.
Yeah, no. We didn't think you bailed.
No, I told him you probably got a phone call. That's probably why you got knocked
Well,
off.
normally that would be what happened, but now my phone actually died. I didn't know it was that low, but
Yeah.
no, I mean, Lycan's an idiot. Let's just get that straight. The guy's a fucking. Okay. First of all, no self-respecting man wears skinny jeans. I guarantee you, Lycan wears skinny jeans. Second of all, no
That's your
self-respecting
fat for
man
jeans.
buys a four-banger Mustang because they want a muscle car. And I quote 100%. He said, "I wanted a muscle car."
Yeah. Well.
So you buy a four-banger Mustang that he traded in for a minivan.
Well, maybe he wants to settle.
Settle on what?
Well,
Collecting rocks?
Look,
His bug collection?
I vowed back in October not to discuss him.
Yeah. That
I
was
can't
my
help it.
bad. I brought it
I
up.
know you
I'm
can't
sorry.
help it. I don't like him. I don't talk to him. I won't talk to him. But I don't want to bash him either.
Who does?
Oh, I love making fun of that idiot.
Well, a lot of people do apparently. So,
Okay.
I'm just
Yeah, but you know what? The difference between me and them is I never give back in. I have never given back in, and I never will give back in.
No, there's
Amen.
other people that do
Amen.
No.
Good.
After the bullshit he pulled on me, he can go eat a dick. Never again. Jack. You don't fuck me over twice like that.
He will eat that dick.
He'll eat that dick all right, guaranteed. He's eating Granny's dick right now. That bitch is fucking smashing him up and down the
Why don't
place.
you respect Chrissy not talking about Lycan, even though I brought it up?
Yeah, thank you.
Sorry, I did. My bad. Poon,
My
love you.
rules, I don't want to discuss
Thank you for
that
coming up.
community.
It's just the fact that he has the audacity to go call me a liar to Granny over what he says I quote unquote lied about from Shangy saying that he got personal pictures of someone when he didn't. Stupid fuck.
Who the fuck is Shandy? No, I do know.
An idiot Canadian that has his pants halfway down throwing knives at a target he can't even hit that's 4x4 sheet of fucking plywood.
Don't put me on notice if I know he's on Canadian ground.
I want that video so bad. I gotta find that video.
It's all over the place.
That video was made to like be a fucking death omen to God rest his soul,
ODN.
And how that is any type of intimidating, I will never know. The only person he was intimidating was himself.
Yes.
when you got to pull your fucking pants up just to fucking go pick up knives because your ass crack is hanging out, and you can't even hit the fucking board when you're throwing these knives like you some badass fucking ninja that you're not. There's a fucking problem.
I wear shorts and a wife beater 12 months a year because in Vancouver we have a weather paradox. It's always 12 degrees and raining. And I'm doing fine. As an obese person, this is the best place to live.
You're in Vancouver? I thought they spoke mostly French in Vancouver.
No, it's British Columbia. It's the only province where the police doesn't have to address you in French. I swear to God. But I put both of my sons in French immersion.
And your sons speak like 4 languages, dude.
No, 5. But
Jesus Christ.
Here's the thing. I told them just learn the language because you always have to know your enemy's
does it
language.
make you feel like shit that your sons are smarter than you?
Oh, I know that already. And better man. To top of it.
They learn fucking mathematics with was it fucking Acubus?
Poon, listen. We only lost 2 world wars. And I learned in baseball 3
only
strikes.
lost 2 world wars if the only 2 world wars there was.
3 strikes and you're out. So I have the perfect leader of the Fourth Reich, half German, half Japanese, and the Canadian.
The Fourth Reich is never going to happen.
The day my kids found out that I don't have a Canadian passport, they said we could deport you any day. Shut the fuck up. And since then, I
found your Nazi flag, Dad.
basement.
Don't you fucking talk shit.
They know 5 languages and don't listen in any of them.
Fuck no, they're smarter than you. Why the fuck would they listen to you?
No. Amen. Now you sound like my wife.
They probably listen to their fucking grandmother more than they listen to you.
Yes, they do. She has more money than I do.
Okay.
Make her live in a mother-in-law
Chris,
house.
Are you still up?
No, I'm done.
Okay.
2.5 hours. We got to end this now. So.
Poon, love you. Thanks for coming.
Yep,
Thank
man,
you
I'm
so
out.
much.
This is a very special guest appearance because I'm serious, y'all. I'm done.
Not a problem.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
But just
See
know
y'all.
you're welcome anytime.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, Ing. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
And we'll touch base in a little while. Good night, everyone.